I'm Nathan, but the truth. Um, you guys, I'm always going to talk to you about economics so that you guys can be aware of things going forward, so that you can also be aware that I'm not here doing these, gathering brothers together to live comfortably in Master's house. Okay? I get so angry when I run across the fella that got kicked off the bus. A lot of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm bringing home with it. After we went to DC in '95, Spike Lee did a documentary, film documentary type, thing. Actors, not real life situation, but showing, it was called Get on the Bus. I believe that was the name of it. If I'm wrong, you'll find out, because you're going to try to see what I'm talking about here. But on that bus ride, it documented the bus ride to DC. On that bus ride, two of the men didn't make it. One was an elder gentleman like myself. He didn't make it. They got all the way there and he kicked the bucket. But another one, they threw off the bus because he wasn't about business. He was about business. You got to understand, when we went to DC, that call to DC, that was a call to arms. That was a war cry. In Africa, the language or the word used is called Harambe. Harambe. Harambe now. That means everybody able to fight, get together. Come on. It's time to go. Let's go. And that war cry went out all over the world. The world was watching, because they wanted to see what this black man was going to do. And the brothers was coming. And like I've said before, and I'll say again, they went for marching orders only. They didn't go to be entertained, but they got entertained. But what should have happened is they should have been given marching orders. Protect your community, and here's how to do it. Okay? Protect your brothers and sisters, here's how to do it. But that didn't happen. And on that bus ride, that brother, one brother that they threw off that bus, what was he doing? He was trying to hustle, selling ideas or cars or whatever he was into. He was all about making money. He was going there to see who all he could fleece or share his business ideas with. And I remember one time when some brothers was talking, and I told them, they were talking about Dr. Umar, and he sounds like a really nice guy. Sounds like a brother that's very woke. He is. But they lose me when they get to talking about trying to work financing and trying to do business deals and stuff like that. Because I ain't time for that. And I'm trying to tell you guys, this thinking that we need to come together and we need our finance, bring our finance together, and we need to have businesses and this and that. You guys, let me explain to you that there's 39 cities that were settled by African Americans, ADOS, some during slavery, during the end, and most after. Those cities were created by ADOS, African descendants of slaves, chattel slavery. Going out west, some was in Florida and the Carolinas. and they had their own towns. They had their own market, okay, that the white government that you live in right now turned on those, dismantled those communities, went in and killed every goddamn body in those communities. You guys talk about, what is that one town, Rosewood or whatever in Florida, or Tulsa? Maybe even you talk about out there in Wilmington, North Carolina, or Durham. Those are areas that you talk about, but you don't talk about the others. You need to know about them, okay? All you talking about doing is pissing off massa, because you're not telling these people, hey, here's what happens if we come together and we start pooling our finances. Okay? Don't do that. Tulsa went down because European countries were talking about investing in the cattlemen's out there in Tulsa. They created their own market. Canada had already come down with their beaver trades, or whatever I call beaver trades, but they were coming down into Tulsa trading with those, really doing business with them. They're in Tulsa. They had to go. Now, United States suffered because of that. Because when they took down Tulsa, what was it, 8 or 9 years later, their markets crashed. Okay? They lost a lot. Now, fast forward. Now, this is scuttlebutt. I'm going to tell you right now. See, I usually tell you only the truth, things that I know factually. This I don't know factually. I got this scuttlebutt because in the room was all white males and no media presence at all. So when I hear this, I heard this back in the 70s from a guy, and I trust that he was pretty much close to right, because it sounds to be more true than it could ever be untrue. He told me, he said in 1950, the U.S. Treasurer had a meeting with the president, the Speaker of the House, okay, some of the best financial experts around, and also the head of the Federal Reserve, and several other wealthy bankers. All came together, and this man told them, he said, listen, 20 years from now, we won't be on the top. We're going to lose. We're going to have something hit us worse than the crash of 29. And we need to head it off. We need to be prepared. We need to use our best minds to get this to happen, not to happen. And they said, well, what's going on? He said, well, right now, he said, the Arab nations, oil is booming. They're making so much off of oil, and it's going to get triple fold in 20 years. Triple, maybe even quadruple fold in 20 years. They're going to be able to crush all of the Western markets, which is Europe and the United States. And I told you guys how that plays out. That's currency that don't exist. Okay? That's what they trade with. Stuff that ain't even there. And he told them, they said, well, what is the real problem? What is it that we're not doing? He said, it's not what we're not doing, it's what we are doing. He said, the black community, he said, Jim Crow is kicking our ass, it's killing us. He said, the black community is where the US dollar goes to die. He said, that black man, he's working out there as a labor. When you give him his pay, his dollar, you never see it again, ever. He said, we allow the banks to take his money to the point where that He could put $100 in the bank today, come back next month, and the bank done stole it. And we won't do a damn thing about it because our Jim Crow laws protects that bank. He said the insurance companies, they die paying insurance, and so they don't pay off for the black folks. He said, so they started their own insurance companies. They got their own banks. He said they got their own restaurants. He said they got their own every damn thing. He said them black folks don't need us for nothing. When we give them $1 for labor, we never see it again. We need their dollars in circulation. That was 1950. Jim Crow was hurting them. They didn't give a fuck about you. They wanted your dollars. So they had their good Negro that they had trained up there in the New England states, up there in Massachusetts, and they brought that sumbitch in. Then it took them a few years, 1954, 55, they programmed him. Said, now here's what we're gonna do, we're gonna back you. We want you guys to go down there and create a ruckus, and we got your back. Because we're gonna put a stop to Jim Crow. Look magazine, Time magazine, oh my God. All of them was on scene when Rosa Parks wouldn't get off that goddamn bus. That was staged. That was staged. A lot of people protesting getting off the bus. Why her? Why then? Okay. Because Dexter Street's preacher was handpicked by them. He was brought out of Morehouse, took up there to the New England states and groomed for 10 years. They groomed that boy. They needed him for something. They just didn't know what. Just like Clarence Thomas. He got up there, boy, when they was grilling him, he told them. No, the girl told him. She said, he told me that they had something special for him because he had never practiced law, ever. Okay, he was an administrator, okay, over the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. See, they put him in a position where they, supposed to be helping black folks, but he wasn't there for that. He wasn't about that. The EEOC ain't never won a case for black folks down there in Missouri. That's where he worked out of. He told her, oh, they got something great for me. And even told her, might even be the Supreme Court, but they've already told me. They had handpicked him years before he got there. So when they sit up and they got you going down these rabbit holes about Obama, you better listen to some of it, because yes, they had told him a long time ago, oh, you're going to be the man. You're going to be the one we want. So you're going to do this, that, and the other. And that's the way they did King. He was their boy all the way up to the end. Okay, until he realized he led his people into a burning house. His statement, not mine. But yeah, the dollar went there to die. They needed to break Jim Crow because they needed your dollar. And what fell after Jim Crow? Every black business there was. They shut down every black bank, every black insurance company. Those are power positions there for any community. Those you have to have. Black restaurants got these black foods running up there, getting people spitting on them, throwing shit on them and everything, just so a white woman could wait on your black ass. And what happens now? They got Jim Crow 2.0. You go into a restaurant and they don't want you there. They call the police and they call it trespassing. Oh, he's trespassing. We don't want him here. Do you know it's illegal for the police to remove you from a public place that does business publicly? See, you cannot do business publicly and pick and choose who you want your public to be. So you have to have done something serious in order to get removed from a place, an establishment. But you guys allow yourself to be 2.0, Jim Crow. Okay? Think about that. And you're running around here talking about finances and talking about being a part of the economic structure of the U.S. You guys quit being stupid. In 2005, I seen it coming. I seen 2008 coming. And I remember telling people, I said, listen, y'all better stop with this shit. It used to be, and I swear to God, 2005, this woman asked me about my portfolio, and she talked like that. I ain't got no goddamn portfolio. What do you want a portfolio for? Well, see, what was happening was the market was shrinking. It was having a lot of hiccups because, see, Bush had allowed the market to run amok. Took away all restrictions, all laws, all regulations, everything, and let them motherfuckers gamble with money they don't have. Let them sell stocks that they didn't own, houses and stuff like that. Oh, you guys, it was crazy. They would have lost their goddamn mind. And in comes Q8, loaning them money. To the point in 2007, 60 Minutes did an interview with Q8. Their finance minister there in Kuwait. And she said, why are you loaning so much money to all these banks? Keep giving them money. He said, because I believe in America. And I said to myself, ain't that some shit? I said, if you want to kill a crackhead, you get a son bitch crack. I said, those goddamn gamblers, and you giving them motherfuckers billions and billions of dollars in loans? You want to take them motherfuckers out. I knew that then. Okay? And I knew that the market was hurting when they started recruiting African Americans and mainly black females. Start investing, start buying houses with Fannie Mae and all of. Have you lost your damn mind? They ain't giving you this shit. All of a sudden now they nice to you and they giving you this money. They letting you buy stocks and bonds. They need your currency. And they was giving it to them then in 2008. Okay? Now, y'all, the sad part about it, I just kicked the government's ass. I'm telling y'all, I got mid six figures from them some bitches, okay? I ain't investing a goddamn thing. Okay? I know I count money, all right? I don't need nobody to count money for me, okay? And I hit them motherfuckers hard. And stock market crashed 2008. Them motherfuckers was hurting. And they went to the government for a bailout. I was against the bailout, and I'm gonna tell you why. Free enterprise means that I can rise and I can fall. But when you stop a business from crashing, you have just entered into what's called a socialistic society. Now, you hear those Trumpers talking about anti-socialist, blaming Democrats for being socialist. Them are some bitches that's socialist because they didn't want to see them banks collapse. Me, I'm like this. If the motherfucker's broke, if your car's broke, either you take it and you can fix it, but if it's beyond repair, you get a new one. But you don't turn around and put duct tape on that motherfucker. And that's what that bailout was. Had no business doing it. Okay? And right now, that duct tape is worn off. Because on your news feeds, everybody's on Facebook's news feed, they are offering you guys all kind of shit. They got money hustles where that they are actually using Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, and you think that they're the ones that's advertising this. They would never do that shit. That's AI, you guys. Look at the lips. The lips are not in sync with the words being spoken. That's not Elon Musk telling you to invest in something or try this app. They're trying to get you some bitches money. They need it. They know shit's getting ready to hit the fan. And them some bitches think that they're going to be able to transfer from currency to digital currency. But if I have my way, hell no, motherfucker. You ain't pulling that shit off. You guys better wake up. This shit is real, man. Whenever they allow you all of a sudden to walk down that street, you better believe that street getting ready to burn. Now, they brought all them some bitches in there, and I remember in 2008. Mostly it affected single black female. They went after them hot and heavy, giving them home loans. And then when the shit hit the fan, that $700 a month payment they was making turned into almost $4,000 a month. And then when they lost the home, they still owed that damn money. Ask them, talk to some of them folks. There's good old boys over here. Their 401ks ain't worth hardly shit. Okay, serve their ass right. Because they thought they was really doing something. Okay? Having these 401ks, they working for the company and shit. And they get less with their retirement than what they do their Social Security. They getting $700-800 a month in their retirement checks, and their Social Security is like $1,200-1,300. Them some bitches, they struggling, okay? Because they getting these young girls. These young girls want a house, a car, and they dropping babies on these old motherfuckers like crazy, okay? Because they Catholic. They don't use birth control. And these old boys, I had my buddy Philip cracking up laughing. I told him, I said, shit, man. No, I was talking to Michael Seabrook. Told him 5 or 6 of them son bitches, man, they within the first few years I was here, jumped out of them goddamn condominiums. White boys. Them girls put it on their ass. Oh no, man, I need a house, a car. And they start having them babies. Dude jump out the building, man. Okay, they couldn't handle the pressure and they didn't have any money. They don't have like us brothers. Us brothers got like, we triple dippers. We getting 3 different pension checks. And they ain't serving no military. They ain't worked for no federal government. They went and worked for the tool and die company, okay? Or the company that's making the brakes for the automobile industry and all this and that. They had them was good cushy jobs. But they didn't, their retirement plan was eaten up because it was sitting on the stock market. In 2008, they lost their retirement. Don't let that happen to you guys. Don't be running around here giving these motherfuckers your money. Talking about, you've arrived. Arrived where? Some bitch. Where did you go? You arrived because they letting you buy stock. Schwab, open the door to you. Merrill Lynch, you know, Berkshire Hathaway. Y'all need to leave them some bitches alone. Okay, I like going gambling. I love going to the casino, y'all. But don't go to the stock market. Go to the casino, where if they take all your damn money, they kick you out and say, get the hell up out of here. The stock market don't even know you there. Don't care. Okay? Right now, you see the dirt that they can do. Trump then got up there and put his business on the stock market, and they're trading. His business is a flop. Truth Social don't make any money. They've lost money every fucking year. How is it worth 30 something? It should be penny stock. It shouldn't even be on the stock market. They should have removed it already because it don't make any money. But it's worth 30 some dollars a share. They piping that up for bullshit reasons, and you sit up and see that, and you still going to give them motherfuckers your money, knowing that it's now turned into a big scam. Y'all better back away from that shit. Okay? Quit trying to save them like you did in 1963. Okay? Because that's what you did. You put out all black businesses, shut them down. Don't be sitting up telling me we need our own grocery store, we need this. You know what? Y'all the ones brought them motherfuckers in your community to sell to you because you wanted to belong. I have never seen an Asian go to a black barber shop or an Arab. I've never seen one go to a black beauty shop to get their hair done. Okay? But they're in the black community selling to you, but they won't patronize none of your business. They're not going to go to the soul food restaurant to buy ribs or whatever. They love that food. I eat it here. They eat soul food every day, but they ain't going to go and patronize a black business. But they're going to go in a black community and make all that money and then go live among them white folk. That's why I said we start holding town hall meetings. First thing they're going to have to do is they're going to have to start boarding up these damn businesses in the black community. You don't patronize the black businesses, get the fuck out of here. Now, board them up. Tell some bitch, now you can go open that business up in Lily Whiteville. Tell me how that's going to work out. Stop taking my money. You don't do business with me. You don't trade with me. Fuck out of here. Hey, listen, I'm out of here, y'all. I love you. Okay. I'm Nathan Robinson, and I am back quiet.